evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I am reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Thursday, December the 27th, 2012, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. I want to first start by taking a look to see how the indices closed today here. The Dow Jones closed down 18.28. The NASDAQ closed up a little over 2.5 points, and the S&P 500 closed up 1.73. If we take a look at the breadth, we had 3,610 issues declining. We had 2,620 issues advancing. So we still had more decliners than advances today, but you would have to say the market did make a nice remarkable move off the lows today, as we had we opened up on the ES at 14. Say, what price did we open up here? Sorry about that. We opened up here on the ES at 14.15 and a half. We sold off all the way to a low of 13.96, and we closed all the way back up at 14.11. That's after we ran up back all the way back up to a high of 14.16.50 in the last 20 minutes of the close here. In any case, pretty volatile market. It's holiday trading. We're going to take a look at a couple of key stocks. A lot of stocks on the charts that you're going to see at the close here made some nice little reversal candlesticks, some nice little wick candlesticks, bottoming tails, if you want to call it that. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts here. Starting off with the SPY. The SPY was down about 19 cents or so here. We opened up on the SPY at 141.79, went all the way to a low of 139.92, and we closed at 141.56. I would have to say today's lows is definitely going to be an inflection low that you want to watch. Could be an inflection low that could rocket us back up towards these highs up here, 145.56. As far as the fiscal cliff stuff goes, it is definitely causing the market to move around here on any headline news that comes through across CNBC or across any news feeds. In any case here, 140 is the level you want to be watching going forward if you trade the SPY. If you trade the ES, that level that you want to watch going forward is 1396.14. Call it 1396. If we could take out today's highs and we break back above 142 and hold above that level on the SPY, you want to be looking for a move back up towards 140, 143. We break over 143, then you're looking at 144. Until we really get back above this key trend line, which I've been showing you guys on these daily videos here, all right, which is about 143. Until we really get back above 143 and start holding, I think we can maybe still continue to have this little sideways consolidation action to the downside where they bounce it every time we have the lows, because we have those dip buyers that are coming in. But in the morning time, we've been having those sellers come in and look to take some profits. If we take a look at the triple Qs. All right, the triple Qs, they sold off below that key 64 level that we've been mentioning. The next support level is down here at 63. Support is down here at 62 and a quarter. If we can trade back above, really the Qs needs to get above all these moving averages. We have a lot of short-term resistance right here. But the Qs could get back above 65.25 and hold, and then break back above 65.50. We can maybe look for a move back up towards 66. In the meantime, we're still trading near the bottom of the range. This little big range that we've been trading in here for the past couple weeks. You can see, which is basically between, say, 66.75 or so and 64.40. You can see we traded below 64.40. Maybe have some people trapped to the short side here if we continue to remain above the 64.40 level and start to drift back to the top side. So keep that in mind as well. Taking a look at the IWM, Russell 2000. IWM was down 0.07%. It's pretty much flat. IWM as well came right into that key 82 level that we mentioned in the weekend update. Got a nice little bounce up the level, so we could be carving out a range here on the IWM between 82 and this 84.75 level. Keep that in mind. You can draw a little short-term trend line right here to use that as a momentum trend line for a move back to the top side. 82 is the level to watch the downside on the IWM as support. And if we can get above this, if we can get back above this 84 level, we can maybe make a move back up towards these 84.75s. All right, let's take a look at the GLD. GLD, the miners are making a nice move. GLD had a nice little gap up yesterday that faded. Today they bought the gap down and ran it back, ran it right back up to highs. If we can get a nice little trade through 160, 150, we can maybe make a nice move back up towards 163. So keep the GLD on your radar. I told you guys before that I like the GDX. All right, the GDX is kind of doing what I'm expecting it to do, which is kind of just trading in this little channel range that we have highlighted below our key yellow channel, which was a channel that we were watching. If the GDX can get back above this 4620 level, all right, or 4650 or so, look for this thing to come right back into this key channel that we've been watching ever since we had that little breakdown back here. You could go back to our videos back here in November. You could see when I call the breakout, the breakdown, the breakdown, if we were to break below this channel right here, which we were tracking for quite a while before we actually got that breakdown. So check that out. Pretty good stuff. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar. All right, the U.S. dollar, got a nice little bounce today. We still remain in this little yellow shaded area, which I've highlighted, which has been a range that we have had a lot of trading price action throughout the year inside that level there. So just continue to watch this U.S. dollar. What I'm really looking for the U.S. dollar to do is maybe to break below 79 and hold, or even but possibly looking for it to get back above that 80.25 level, as we do have a possible downward bullish channel here shaping up on the dollar futures here. So if this channel remains to the downside, I will be looking for a move back down to back below 79, which would definitely cause some selling pressure on the dollar, which then we'll look to see if we get a bounce in the markets or in the bounce in the commodities. If we move outside of this channel to the top side and get back above 80 and a quarter, we'll be looking for the this dollar futures to trade to the top side and the markets to sell off in commodity sector to get some selling pressure. All right, let's take a look at the SLV. Sorry about that. I know some of you guys like to trade the silver. SLV's hanging around this 29 level. If it can hold that little 29 level, which you can see here is from a gap level that we had when we had this little gap up. Excuse me. We had this little gap up back here in August, on August 22nd. This could actually be possibly a good level to work off of. We'll have to wait and see. Want to see it consolidate on top of that level a little bit more before I give it that much conviction. I'm taking a look at the crude oil futures. Crude oil futures, continuing, to look decent here, I would say. Not quite strong yet. I want to see it get back over these 200-day moving averages. Either way, we still have a lot of resistance above us right here at this 94 level. As you guys see, that's that band that we were trading in before we had that little, little fake breakout bull trap, and then we broke right back inside the channel. Then we broke back, then we held the little back test right there. We had that selling pressure. So crude oil still has a lot of work to do, but it is starting to get a little bit more upward traction here, and we do have these little higher lows starting to take place now, and these little higher highs. So it is in a little short-term uptrend, but the longer, the intermediate trend is still down. So keep that on watch right there. Volatility had a nice little pop-up in volatility the past couple of days here, especially today. Had a nice little run-up, but then guess what? It gave most of that back. I know some of you guys are trading the VXX to trade the volatility. We can see how this traded on a 5-minute chart, just to put everything into perspective here, what I'm talking about. Had a nice little breakout and basically gave all that back. So once again, volatility gets squeezed out the market, and it has to do with the headline rumor, or the headline news, I should say, coming out about they're going to get back together and meet. They have a meeting on Sunday, and hopefully they're going to get a deal put together. Even though, like everybody else is saying, there's no way they're going to put together a serious deal that needs to be put together in a matter of a couple days. So, it's an interesting market that we're in. You have to just make sure that you're managing risk accordingly and taking the trades off the levels as you see it. Some key stocks to watch. I mean, Baidu. It's pretty funny. I was scalping this Baidu today along in the chat room. Had some decent scalp trades in Baidu. Baidu was a favorite stock yesterday. Then if you take a look at it on the 15-minute chart, this thing just sold off like right out the gate. I think I have to. This thing just sold off right out the gate. Gapped up a little bit, then got dumped. Just continued to get dumped. We actually were able to call this out for a long trade at 98.39, and I clicked it at 98.90 for a quick trade, but it also traded all the way to our target, which was 99.50, 99.75. So this was a nice little trade that we called out in the chat room. If you guys want to see what type of trades that we look for, this is just one of the little trades that we take, one of the trading styles that we like to take, which is basically trying to buy a low when you see the momentum pick back up in the market. So in any case, Baidu, keep an eye on Baidu. They did buy off the lows today. It's still looking a little bit constructive. I do not like how they sold it right back down today on the open, but still looks all right. We're looking for this to go back up towards 106. As you guys know, we're not swing traders, so we close all the positions at the end of the day. It's fresh, clean slate the next day. Apple had a nice little reversal intraday when that news came out. You can see it has some nice little topping, some bottoming tails down here around this area. If you can see back here, we had some buyers coming in the market around this 505 level. I think that is what the low that is. yeah, 505.75. So some buyers came in around that level. Some buyers came in around this 500. Some more buyers coming in around this 504, 503 level. So this is a very interesting area to watch on Apple. A little short-term momentum trend line you can watch is this little downward trend line right here. If we get above the little downward trend line, look for a pop back up, maybe back up above say 530, around the 535 area. That definitely will cause a nice little push up in the markets, especially in the Nasdaq. So keep that on watch. Amazon got destroyed yesterday. Let's see what that did today. Oh, nice reversal candlestick on Amazon as well. Sold off all the way down to 242 and reversed back. We're seeing this type of candlestick, in a lot of the daily charts that I'm going through here tonight. So just keep that in mind. A lot of these candlesticks are going to look the same. You really want to zoom in into your like your 60-minute charts, your 15s, your 5s to see what levels to work off of and to see how what type of order flow the stock had for the day. All right, so that's something to watch. And that's really about it. I mean, I'm going to do some more research tonight. I have some stocks for you guys to watch. One stock you could take a look at is Deckers. Deckers had some news out on it today. Had some nice volume. Could get a nice little continuation move over 39. So keep that on watch as well. There's plenty of other stocks out there. I have a list for us tomorrow. If you guys want to access our chat room, you could log in to mywallstreettv.com. Type in the password SMART, SMART, and you will see me there. Well, you'll see my screen there, and you hear my voice bright and early at 8:20 a.m. Have a great day and happy holidays to you all. Thank you.